I was on my way home from the boys Sweet 16 high school basketball tournament in Kentucky. They call it the greatest show on earth. My dad and I go every single year. It was a great tournament. Our local team, Great Crossings, actually won the tournament. Malachi Marino plays for Great Crossings. He will be playing for my University of Kentucky basketball team. Next year, will be an incoming freshman. So it's cool to see him win MVP of the tournament and to see all that happen. And on the way home, I stopped in Podunk, Tennessee somewhere. We were looking for a Starbucks, and the only one we could find was inside of a Target. So while they're fixing my drinks, Don dropped me off. I headed over to the cards and found this Top Series 1 for this year, 2025, 59 cards. Yeah, 59 cards. I don't know if there's anything in here other than, I really have no idea, but I picked it up. I'm going to open it, and then we will do our basic review like we always do. We'll get what we can get listed. We'll get listed on eBay, see how we do. I think we paid like $13 or something for the box, for the hanger box. So I'm going to go through these fairly quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time, and we'll see how we end up. Again, I have to do my research on these. Oh, that's got gold. He was traded. Freddie, Acuna, Tatis. Marcell Ozuna. Tell you what, the baseball season has started off. Hadn't been a lot of fun though so far. That's gold. The Braves are the only team left in baseball that have not won a game yet. I'm a Braves fan because we live here. We go to a lot of games. My Cincinnati Reds, which is my number one team, Austin Riley. The Reds, the last 3 games, they set a record that hasn't happened since 1960. The last 3 days, they've lost 3 games in a row, all with the score of 1-0. 1-0. Pitching has been phenomenal. They can't get a timely hit. So I have to believe that the Braves and the Reds will turn this around before the year is over, but we'll just see how it all plays out. Let me get through these pretty quick, guys. I haven't seen anything earth-shattering, but I could have obviously missed something. I'll go back and take a real closer look after we get through this, and then if you hang out for a few minutes, at the end of this, I'll tell you exactly what we do to process this pack. Doesn't look like we've got anything earth-shattering at all, but I'll let you know exactly what we do. This is the first time I've actually looked at these cards. So the gold was not a gold. It looks like they're all bronze or gold, depending upon the team. Martinez, rookie card. Is that numbered? Okay. Hamilton on the Red Sox. Okay. There we go. Jackson Holiday is back up this year, doing pretty well from what I've seen. Nice looking card. Is that Chavez? Sorry, you probably hear the yard guy outside. I like these cards a lot. There's Corey Seager. I think they have a cool look. James Wood. There we go. Hot rookie this year. I guess we get 4 of these. Devers. Lee. Throwback. Let me get through these. And I'll do a recap for you again and show you. I'm sure I'm going to be able to sell some of these. I might send a couple of these for grading. I have to do some research. But, you know, $12, I'm waiting for my Starbucks. Had to buy something. So there you go. I will do my research, and you'll see just in a minute what we're going to do with the cards we just pulled. That's the key, guys. You don't want to end up with a bunch of cards piled up in 3,200 and 5,000 count boxes. When you buy the cards, process them. How are you going to make money with the pack that you open or the box that you open, and do it quickly? It takes work. It takes patience to get an ROI sometime, but if you do it consistently and you don't just buy cards, open them, you know, just look for these type of cards. If you don't do it that way, and you're willing to do the work, and you're willing to have some patience, and you're willing to do what we teach at CMG Sports Card Investments, you can make a profit. There's no doubt I'm going to make a profit with this. We'll just see how it all turns out. That should be coming up next. Okay, guys, the cards have been processed. Very excited about what we really came up with here. I'm going to go through and show you exactly what we have listed, and we'll run through this whole thing. This is the first one of these boxes I bought this year of Series 1, but I will be buying more for sure. So as we go through here, here's how it all broke down. I ended up with 25 commons that just put aside, and then 9 rookies. And I always just pull out the rookies, store them separately. I could have sold a couple of these, like the James Wood right here. A lot of hype around James Wood for this year. So I'm just going to hang on to it for a while, see how it does. That is his one of many rookies he has. You can see the rookie shield there. So that's something I could have sold, but I decided to hang on to it just for maybe to sell in the future. I just want to see how his year plays out. And then we ended up with 10 cards that we can put in our quarter box for the shows. When we do shows, we have quarter boxes. We sell a lot of cards out of those. So I ended up with several stars, superstars, potential prospects that we can sell in the quarter box. That'll give us $2.50. I've got 8 cards listed on eBay right now. The total, these are just stars, superstars, prospects, rookies. The total profit when these sell will be $7.93. And then I've got 3 of these different parallels. The Chisholm has already sold. I listed it, sold almost immediately for $1.95. So that one's gone. And then the other 2 we have here, this David Hamilton is actually number 25 of 25. So the card's numbered to 25. This is number 25. And some people like to have bookends. They like to have the first and the last card of a series, like number 1. And then if there's 99 cards, they're trying to collect number 1 and number 99. They call it the bookends. So this would be the bookend to this series numbered to 25 for the orange Boston Red Sox David Hamilton. So I've got it priced at $20. And then we've got the Martinez rookie in pink, the pink foil, got it listed for $5. So those will probably not last too long. Now the big pull for this, as far as my personal feelings about it, is this Jackson Holiday Series 1 foil that, if you read the article that I did last month over at CMGSportsCardInvestments.com, I talked about the 10 cards that I'm buying during the first part of the year before the season starts, with the goal of selling them by All-Star break and making a 50% return. I talked about the 10 players, why those 10 players, and that article is over at CMGSportsCardInvestments.com if you want to check it out. But Jackson Holiday was one of my 10, and he had a really a bad year last year. He was number 1 prospect in baseball, probably had a lot of pressure on him. He's young. He's 19 years old. Started the season, bombed. They sent him back to the minors. He got his act together, came back, and had a decent ending of his career last year. But he's had a great spring training, and he's doing well so far this year. And the kid's got the pedigree. He's got the talent. So he's somebody that I'm paying a lot of attention to. This particular card, I looked at it, Don looked at it. It's beautiful. Couldn't find anything at all wrong with it. So we're putting that in our PSA stack. The next PSA submission that we send off, this will be in it. And when that all said and done, I'm expecting, at least a $10 profit on this card. Right now it's selling anywhere from $4 to $8 raw. We spend $20 to have it graded. I think I can sell it for $30 plus. $30 for sure. If it comes back a 9, I think I can pull $30 from it. If it comes back a 10, it will depend upon how his season goes this year between now now, and the rest of the year, this card could increase drastically because there's still a lot of pent-up optimism about Jackson Holiday, and somebody that I might even hang on to for a while. So just to recap real quickly, the total investment was $12.99. We'll make $2.50 from the 10 cards in the quarter box. The 8 stars that we already have listed on eBay, so we'll make a profit of $7.93 there. The 3 full cards, one's already sold, but the other 2, when they all sell, the total will be $26.95. The holiday foil, we're going to send to PSA once it comes back. If we decide to sell that, we're looking for a minimum of $10 profit on that card. Could be a lot more, just depends on his season and, of course, the grade. But we're expecting a gross profit here of $43.28 minus the $12.99. That gives us a net profit of $30.29. And a lot of people say, well, Dale, that's a lot of work, $30.29, and I agree. But I'm watching the Braves play. I'm multitasking while I'm doing this, while I'm listing them on eBay. It's no big deal for me. It's good use of time. And you'll hear me say 1,000 times on this channel, if you're willing to do the work, which most people aren't. Most people open that and they're looking for the foils, the sparkly and the color, and they ignore the rest. I never do that. If you've seen all the packs and wax that we've opened, done multiple videos, 10 or 12 on here, that we were opening cards during the basketball season, and we made a profit, or expecting a profit on every one of them. So we haven't sold all the cards, but we've sold a lot of them. And we recap every month on our website. We do a recap video of everything that we sold, so you can see when we bought it, when we sold it. And again, the thing that people need to understand is just because you don't collect it doesn't mean other people don't. Virtually every card will sell over time. So if you're patient and you're willing to do the work, you can make profits. And when you put the calculator to it, guys, we're talking about over 230% return on what you just saw. You say, yeah, Dale, but it was only, look, it doesn't matter the numbers. 230% is 230%. And yes, I would have loved to have spent $1,299 and turned it into $3,029. And you can do that on some higher end flips that we don't talk a lot about on this channel. We do some of that, but the purpose of this channel is just to help people realize that if you're willing to do the work and you're patient and you follow specific systems, you can create automatic, guaranteed profits with sports cards. So if you enjoyed this, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel if you're not already. To those of you that have subscribed, we've had a lot of people subscribe over the last month or so. We appreciate that. We appreciate you subscribing. As always, we appreciate your feedback. I hope to run into you at a show sometime or have the opportunity to meet you in the future. Keep watching, keep listening, keep collecting, and just have fun and make money. Don't spend your grocery money, spend your profits. And this is the way that you can guarantee your profits. One of many that we talk about on this channel. You guys have a good weekend. We're going to the show, actually setting up tomorrow at the Commerce Show in Georgia, and I've got to get up in about 4 hours, so I better try to get a little bit of sleep. I'll talk to you on the next video.